How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great Thursday wherever you are. Just a quick video here. Now, a question that gets asked a lot in the community, and I could totally understand why this would be confusing. What is the difference between OutRun 2 and OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast? Now, I'm here to explain at least some of the differences. There are many. Now, to get started here, OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast is actually OutRun 2. They've just changed the title of the game when it was released. OutRun 2, the arcade game, was originally based on the Xbox hardware at the time, as far as I'm aware. OutRun 2 came out on the original Xbox. It was not released on the PlayStation 2. Now, there is an asterisk there. We'll get to that in a minute. OutRun 2 features the first 15 OutRun 2 courses from the arcade, but also has unlockable bonus tracks. So this is the biggest difference as far as I'm concerned. So you get unlockable bonus tracks from the arcade game Sega Scud, which was never, to this day, has never formally been released on home consoles. So you get Sega Scud races 4 tracks, and you also get Sega Daytona USA 2's 3 tracks. Again, Daytona USA 2, for whatever reason, I don't know why, Sega has never formally released Daytona USA 2 on home consoles. So unless you were to emulate that game with a MAME emulator, if you wanted to check out some of Daytona USA 2's tracks, you'd have to play them on OutRun 2 on the original Xbox. And for me, in my opinion, it's highly worth it to check it out. It's really cool to check out those 3 tracks. OutRun 2006 has the advantage of featuring both OutRun 2 and OutRun 2 SP's arcade tracks. Now, if you're wondering what the hell OutRun 2 SP even is, so when OutRun 2 came out in the arcade, shortly after, Sega revised the arcade machine and they retitled it OutRun 2 SP. So it's just an enhanced version of OutRun 2. OutRun 2006, you can play all 15 courses from OutRun 2, but it also gives you an additional 15 stages as well. I think a lot of them are mirrored, so it's just basically the original 15 courses in reverse, or they might change some of the layout of the tracks. So OutRun 2006 has more cars. OutRun 2 on the original Xbox works with the Mad Catz MC2 steering wheel, which is the steering wheel I have. Coast to Coast has issues with it. OutRun 2 has better mission mode. Now, OutRun 2 on the original Xbox, like I said earlier, it's more arcade pixel perfect. Whereas OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast, they try to cram obviously way more content into the game. And as a compromise, they had to sort of scale back the graphics in the game. So in OutRun 2006, they removed the effect that, removes those jaggedy edges, those jaggedy lines that you'd see in a lot of the older games, especially PS1 era. Whereas in OutRun 2 on the original Xbox, there's hardly any jagged edges in that game at all. It looks much better. You wouldn't necessarily notice the difference if you're watching a video on YouTube, a side-by-side comparison. But believe me, once you see OutRun 2 running on the original Xbox, then do you really see the differences between that and Coast to Coast 2006. There is significant graphical differences, absolutely. OutRun 2 on the Xbox has like a bloom effect as well, which is absent in Coast to Coast. Now, Coast to Coast did not sell as many copies as OutRun 2. Recently I did some game hunting and I went to a retro video game store out in Belleville, Ontario, and they had 2 copies of OutRun 2 for the original Xbox. And I think they were asking $30 for the game, which is a really good price. I paid just a little bit more than that when I bought the game on eBay. I think I paid closer to 40. But Coast to Coast, that game is more common on the PSP and the PlayStation 2 than it is on the original Xbox for whatever reason. But if you want a copy of OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast, it's going to cost you upwards of $70 to $80. In some cases, even over $100. You know, depending on if your copy has the Ferrari sticker on the front of the case, which it came with. Now, I think, and a lot of people would agree, OutRun 2 on the original Xbox is the better of the two games. If you want the game that has the most content, get 2006 Coast to Coast. If you want the best arcade experience, go with OutRun 2. So just to throw a monkey wrench into this, believe it or not, OutRun 2 SP was released as a standalone title for the PlayStation 2 over in Japan. Not too many people know about that. I don't know what the differences are in that version of the game. I think the tracks might be different again, and the box art is obviously different as well. That's a highly sought after version of OutRun 2. So there's many different versions. 2006 Coast to Coast was also released for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 digital only. And Sega did, I guess, remove a lot of the features that were in the physical copy of that game. And I don't think that game's available anymore. I think they took it off the marketplace. So there's many differences. I just wanted to highlight a few. I think the resolution and the frame rate might even be better on the original Xbox version as well over the PS2. Because again, the hardware was just so much more powerful on the original Xbox. So anyways, hopefully this sort of clears up any confusion regarding the differences between OutRun 2 and OutRun 2006 Coast to Coast. Coast to Coast is OutRun 2. It's just a version of the game that has much more content and scaled back graphics, if you will. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.